We're gonna do unpopular opinions, y'all. If y'all see a roach, just ignore it. I got some sushi from Ralph's. I probably shouldn't be eating this because I got a stomach bug. I just came back from Coachella, y'all. I was gone for a month working, doing security. That's mainly what the unpopular opinions is about, is Coachella. I'm gonna try to incorporate some other topics, but that's mainly what it's about. Hey, yeah, it's a crunch roll. It's a shrimp spicy roll. This is my first time going to Coachella, like working and doing anything, like just going. And now, I made some cool connections. The people there were cool, like working it, but I'm not gonna lie, the lineup was not that good. I even had to secure a part sound check, like the headliners do sound checks. They didn't sound bad, but it was like, man, I wonder what it'd been if Kanye was there. Oh, I didn't take my brush. But yeah, it wasn't a good lineup. In my opinion, the only people that I was excited to see was probably Baby King and Big Sean. Big Sean's soundtrack sounded really good. I feel like they should have kept Kanye West. And no shade to Billie Eilish, but here's my thing. I feel like Billie Eilish caters to a younger crowd. Coachella is not really a PG young type of crowd. I do like The Weeknd's old stuff. I feel like The Weeknd really set the tone for what R&B is now. Like a decade ago, what R&B artists are doing now, The Weeknd was doing. He really set the tone for it. And I get you gotta evolve as an artist, but I prefer his old stuff. But at the same time, with that being said, I don't think his catalog or what he's done for the culture compares to what Kanye has done. So for him to be like, should get paid what Kanye gets paid because I'm replacing him as a headliner, when in fact, he was replacing him as a co-headliner, is kind of not the same. He's number one on the chart, so who am I? I feel like Kanye has more, his stuff is experimental, but it's more passion behind it. He's done more so for me as a, like, Kanye is an artist that I grew with. You know, you have those artists that you grow with. Like, I bought every album. Bought College Dropout, have a copy of Late Registration, have a copy of 808s and Heartbreak. What other album? Have a copy of Graduation. And I kind of grew with him. Throughout all the stuff, stuff in the public eye, I still, like, Kanye can do no wrong in my eyes. He's not really PC. He's more outspoken. That's what being an artist is about. He might not always be correct, conventionally correct, or politically correct, like I just said. But I think that's a refreshing thing. We're not always politically correct as human beings, so that's why I relate to him the most. What would have shook it up, instead of having Billie Eilish, they should have had Britney Spears. Hear me out. If they had, Britney Spears really is not doing anything right now. And she over here popping off on Twitter, she couldn't be putting that energy towards a Coachella set. That Coachella set will be lit. Do you know how many bops she would have had? We would have been dancing to. And not only that, she has a broader demographic, and she's been around for a decade. That part. Coachella just didn't hit this year. Hopefully next year they get it together. There's always room for improvement. This is their first year back post-COVID. Well, not post-COVID, but post-pandemic. Now, some people were excited to see Megan and Doja. They should have headlined, if anybody. Like I said, I'm not dogging The Weeknd or Billie Eilish. They have songs, a couple of songs that I like. And Harry Styles. I don't really, actually only have one song I like by Harry Styles. But it's like, okay, you're trying to create, this is a business at the end of the day. So you're trying to create revenue for the next Coachella. So it's like, yes, I get it. They're at the top of the charts right now. But I think, I'm telling you, they gotta get Britney Spears. They gotta get Britney Spears. And they gotta get Kanye again. Get Kanye back. I don't know who the third will be. Oh, shit. People need to undergo psychological tests / evaluation before they have a child. And if they don't have a psych eval by the time the baby is born, they should be fined or put in jail. The stuff that I have going on mentally could potentially transfer to the next kid, but it also couldn't. But also, some people aren't ready to have kids, but they don't know that they're not ready to have kids. And they probably need professional people to tell them, hey, you're not ready to have kids. You're not ready to be a parent right now. I feel like they should have it every year. And not only that, I feel like they need a physician needs to examine the whole lineage, like a lineage, like not only the parent, but the grandparent or the great grandparent. Hey, like, this is a trend in your family. Are you sure you want to have a child right now? And very much so, like, that, what's it called? That generation, I want to say generational curse, but like, well, yeah, generational curse, I guess it could stop at that child, but you never know. And some real people really just aren't ready to have kids. I know that sounds cold, but some people should not be producing kids. Oh, I like Nickelback. Nickelback gets a bad rep. I don't know why people be reading Nickelback. They not my favorite rock group. My favorite rock group is probably Phoenix or Red Hot Chili Peppers. But they're kind of pop now. But they're not a bad group. They just get a bad rep. Oh, you like Nickelback? I'm not blasting them everywhere. But I haven't bought them a copy of their album. But they were a hot group for a minute in the 2000s, early 2000s. How You Remind Me, Far Away, Photograph. Now, Far Away and How You Remind Me, come on. I'm not trying to. I'm blasting it. Okay, Cheetos are cringy as fuck. I just don't like the texture of Cheetos. I get people love Cheetos. I don't like the texture of Cheetos. It's like, maybe because when I was introduced to cheese as a kid, I was used to it being like soft. Then to have like a powdery, crunchy thing going on, I'm not into it. I will eat some flaming hot lemon Cheetos. But Cheetos, no. Y'all, I have a stomach bug. I don't know if I should be eating this. Dr. Dre shouldn't have sold Beats by Dre. I feel like that's an old wise tale. Like, somebody's selling you something for an amount of money, that means what they're buying from you is worth more than what they're selling. Does that make sense? So I feel like he should have never sold Beats by Dre. There's so many things that could have been done with Beats by Dre. Could have invented some stuff we couldn't even thought of. They probably already are. That's why they pay him what they pay him. Vitamins and pads need to be on EBG. Oh shit, that's spicy. I feel like more so pads for women or stuff that has to do with their like, you know, with their body. I feel like that more so needs to be on EBT versus them paying out of pocket. Or maybe that there's a plan for that I don't know about. Some benefits for that I don't know about. I also got a tan, so if y'all see this neck is giving, the neck is giving Drake, the face is giving corn dog. But, wow. Vitamins need to be on EBT. Now, I get some people be experimenting with vitamins and trying to make a hybrid drug, but that's far and few. I feel like just go ahead and put some vitamin D, some vitamins on certain vitamins. Not Viagra's not a vitamin. Anyway, colorism isn't the reason why your fave isn't successful. I feel like anytime an artist of color is underrated, people want to jump on the whole colorism train. Oh, it's because she's not light skinned, or it's because she's not thick. When in fact, I mean, colorism is like both ways at this point. Like, some people get praised for being highly melanated. Some people get disliked for highly melanated. But I don't think that that's the deciding factor of why somebody isn't successful. It just couldn't be your time. There was a time where I thought Doja Cat should have been popped off. And Doja Cat has been around for like, what, 10 years? 19 years? There's people that I think bust their butt and Bree Runway. She's consistent. What's the other artist in TDE? What's her name? Oh, Tierra Whack. She's talented as hell. She deserves more notoriety. But then again, that's also subjective. It's a tricky, sticky subject. This artist could be like, dang, you know what? I get to literally wake up and make music and get creative. Meanwhile, their fans are like, you're underrated. Da, 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 da. It's like, well, I'm happy where I'm at. You know, I get that it's a journey. Like, I feel like some artists get, okay, this is a journey. For instance, Chloe and Hailey have been around for freaking, I don't know how long. I remember their first EP, Sugar Symphony. That was that 2015 or 20? I don't know. That was a minute. And they're kind of just now getting a buzz. I think people try to rush other people's success, if that makes sense. Or try to determine what success is. That's where it all stems from. I know we were talking about colorism, but I think that's where it all stems from. People try to determine what someone's success is, and because they're not there yet, they try to justify why they're not there yet, if that makes sense. Spacex is kind of like an escape mechanism in a way, because I feel as though it's like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, why y'all going to space? Why y'all trying to go to Mars and see if y'all can live there? They're not trying to see if there's life there. They're trying to find out, hey, can we live there? So even if somebody's already, they're like, okay, look, listen. Earth is not where it's at right now. We coming down here. Okay? Okay. That's what I feel like they're trying to do. Because it's like, what reason do you all have to be going to space? Literally, that's why we have NASA. In a way, it's like abandoning Earth, but it's not. The rich people, they're just bored. That's all it is. They're just bored. They're just bored. They're bored with Earth, so they're going to Mars. And then from Mars, they're going to go to another planet. They're probably looking at all planets. They're going to, in the next 5 to 10 years, they're probably going to look at all these planets and be like, hey, you take these planets, take your family to these planets. This is what y'all need at these planets to survive. Y'all don't need all that water. Y'all gonna need a couple plants, a couple dogs. At this one, y'all just need a couple people. You know, some ice cream. That's basically what they're doing. That's what I feel like they're gonna do. Because they're tired of Earth. Yeah, Earth is gonna be like, it's gonna be like a foreign place. It's weird. They're like leaving Earth as scraps. That's what they're doing. They're like just leaving Earth as scraps. Like, okay, whatever the mess that Earth is right now, y'all can have it. That's basically what they're saying, which is kind of messed up. It's actually super messed up. Instead of looking for ways to, hey, it's like saying Earth, there's no fixing Earth. There is a way to fix Earth. But yeah, those are my unpopular opinions. It wasn't a lot. When I edit this down, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. Y'all, this has been a doozy of a week. I think I have a hemorrhoid. I'm scared to check. There's a lot of stuff. That ain't even half of it. But maybe I'll do this more often. We'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll cook something. Next time I'll cook something. I was not in the mood to cook. But yeah, y'all.